once again with that sense of honesty.
I will not be the girl stuck at home in the burbs with the baby, the dog, and the cardinal nerves. My name's Katie Birtle. I'm going to be playing Cathy Hyatt in the last 5 years at the New Wolsey Theatre. So the story is about one relationship. From my perspective as Cathy, I start the show at the end of my story and then I go backwards to the start of the 5 years. So I plunged into the breakup. When you come home.
I'm Chris Cowley. I'm playing Jamie in the last 5 years at the New Wolsey Theatre in Ipswich.
Everyone tells you that the minute you get married, every other woman in the world suddenly finds you attractive. Well, that's not true. It only affects
I enjoy the creative process, the creative side of doing a show like this, and because it is so unusual in the way that it's set out, trying to fit in where you would be in someone else's song and someone else's timeline, fitting that together and making that work and creating that overall arc of a show like this kind of doesn't have the same kind of feeling, because you watch any kind of other show or any play or anything like that, you don't know what's going to happen at the end. Whereas this one, you know exactly what happens. How to make that story still kind of shock you and surprise you and keep you interested, really.
Me and Cathy, and nothing else will matter. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I mean, I'm happy and I'm fine, I'm fine.
The music is gorgeous and it's so cleverly put together. We've been looking at it more, and I've known this music for ages, but actually doing this in rehearsals and talking to Caroline Humphries, who's the musical director, and picking out the fact that Cathy comes from like an Irish Catholic background and he comes from a Jewish background, and those flavours are also in their music, and I'd never heard how folky some of her songs are. So that was really lovely to discover that and have that as an extra colour, an extra layer on top of everything else.
Actually, the facilities that the New Wolsey has is incredible, and having its own separate kind of like studio space to work with.
It's challenging, but I think it will be a really rewarding piece to have at the end of the process.